Hello friends, welcome to Time Classes. This is the second part of inequalities in modulus class. The handout which we are going to use is same as we used in the previous class, QAHO 3571724. Fine. So we'll start from the point where we left in the last class. Question number 18 we'll discuss first of all. It is given that a plus b plus c is equal to 9. A plus b plus c is equal to 9. Then the maximum value of a square b cube c raised to power 4 is a plus b plus c is equal to 9. Then the maximum value of a square b cube c raised to power 4 is that okay? That's what we have to calculate. Now if a plus b plus c is 9 and the question is asking for a square b cube c raised to power 4, I think it should be mentioned that ABC are positive real numbers. ABC are positive real numbers. Sum is constant. The product has to be maximized. This is the question. So ABC are positive real numbers. That has to be mentioned in the question. So we discussed in the last class. Then in such questions, we can use AM is greater than equal to GM, an equation which is standard in equation. AM, arithmetic mean, is greater than equal to geometric mean. Arithmetic mean is greater than equal to geometric mean. Fine. Now here a square b cube and c raised to power 4 I need to find, and the given powers of ABC are a plus b plus or a power 1 b power 1 c power 1, and the summation of these a plus b plus c or three variables is 9. So we discussed that if I want a square, I have to divide a into two parts and two equal parts. So let's say a is not a, it is a by 2 and a by 2. B has to be divided into three parts. So that is b by 2, b by 2, sorry, b by 3, b by 3 and b by 3. And c has to be divided into four parts. So c by 4, c by 4, c by 4 and c by 4. Fine. So a, there are two terms of a by 2, a by 2, three terms of b by 3 each, and four terms of c by 4 each. Fine. So if I calculate arithmetic mean of these terms, 2 times of a by 2, 3 times of b by 3 and 4 times of c by 4, it's c by 4. 3 times of c by 4. How do we get this 3 times of c by 4? Because I want to divide c into 3 parts. There is c by 4. C by 4. Now 2 terms in A, 3 terms in B and 4 terms in C, 4 plus 3 plus 2, which is 9 terms all in all do I have. 9 terms I am having. So divided by 9, number of terms से divide करते हैं to calculate arithmetic mean. And arithmetic mean is greater than equal to geometric mean. Arithmetic mean is greater than equal to geometric mean. Fine. So geometric mean of these terms is 9th root of a by 2 into a by 2, that is a by 2 is square. B by 3 into b by 3 into b by 3, that is b by 3 cube, and a by 4 into a by 4 into a by 4 into a by 4, which is a by 4 raised to the power 4. Fine. Now if you look at this expression, 2 times a by 2, 3 times b by 3, 4 times c by 4 will again give us a plus b plus c divided by 9, which I have already got in the question. A plus b plus c is 9. Fine. And product of a square b cube c power 4, a square b cube, this is again c power 4, divide by 2 cube, 2 square, 3 cube and 4 raised to power 4. Fine. This expression is absolutely clear. सिर्फ इसी का simplification है वाला expression. Next term in fact. Fine. Now a plus b plus c is 9. I can put a plus b plus c is equal to 9 in this. So I'll get 9 by 9, which is 1. 1 raised to power 9. I'll take 9 power on both the sides. 9 by 1 power 9 is 1. So I'll have a square b cube c power 4 divided by 2 square 3 cube 4 raised to power 4 is less than equal to 1. Less than equal to 1. So I can say a square b cube c power 4 is less than equal to 2 square 3 cube and 4 raised to power 4. 2 square 3 cube and 4 raised to power 4. So I can say a square b cube c raised to power 4 is less than equal to the product of 2 square 3 cube and 4 raised to power 4, which will come out 2, 7 27648, which will come out 27648. Fine. So answer choice is D, Delhi. Answer choice is D, Delhi. We can easily use AM is greater than equal to GM in this question. Arithmetic mean is greater than equal to geometric mean. We have to keep it in mind. We have to turn our given expression in the form of the expression of which I want to calculate maximum or minimum value. This is the last question which we discussed in the last class. Similar kind of a question. Here we are using the same concept in this question. Am I right? I hope this is making sense. Fine. So a square b cube c raised to power 4 is less than equal to 27648. Answer choice is D, Delhi. The similar question can be done in one more way without using AM and GM. In fact, if you look at it in depth, in the depth of it, we are still using AM and GM, but we are not actually mentioning it. Now, A, B, C summation is 9. A square b cube c raised to power 4 we have to calculate. Please add A, B, C are positive real numbers. A, B, C are positive real numbers. We need the maximum value of A square, B cube and C power 4. So we have to split A into 2 parts, A into 2 parts, B into 3 parts and C into 4 parts. A into 2 parts, B into 3 parts and C into 4 parts. Fine. That's what we have done. And if I divide this A into 2 parts, B into 3 parts and C into 4 parts, that is 2 times of A by 3, 3 times of B by 3, 2 times of A by 2, 3 times of B by 3 and 4 times of C by 4, which is again 9. That is actually A plus B plus C is equal to 9. Now factors are 2 times of A by 2, 3 times of B by 3 and 4 times of C by 4. Is that okay? This is what it is. Extension of the previous statement. Now since the sum of these 9 terms is constant, which is 9, if I add these terms, the summation is 9 constant. The maximum value of the product will be when all the parts are equal. That means A by 2 is equal to B by 3 is equal to C by 4. All the parts are equal. That's what it is. When the sum is constant, product is maximum when the values of each factor is equal. Each factor is equal. So A by 2, B by 3 and C by 4 has to be equal. With the help of this, I can find out the value of A, B, C in single variable and put this value in A square, B cube and C raised to power 4. Now I know that A by 2 is equal to B by 3 is equal to C by 4. A by 2 is equal to B by 3 is equal to C by 4. That means A is 2K, B is 3K and C is 4K. Again I'll say A is 2K, B is 3K and C is 4K. Is that okay? So 4K plus 3K plus 2K, which is equal to 9K, which is equal to 9K. Again I'll repeat, A is equal to 2K, B is equal to 3K, C is equal to 4K. So A plus B plus C, which is 9K is equal to 9. So 9K is equal to 9. I can say 9K is equal to 9. Am I right? So if 9K is equal to 9, K is equal to 1. K is equal to 1. So A is 2, B is 3 and C is 4. A is 2, B is 3 and C is 4. For these values of A, B, C, this expression will be maximum. This expression will be maximum. So I'll put A2, which is 2 square, B3, which is 3 cube and C4, which is 4 raised to power 4, which is eventually 4 raised to power 5 into 3 cube. 4 raised to power 5 into 3 cube is what? 27648. We can easily multiply this. 27648. Fine. Answer choice is D, Delhi. Okay. So in general, I can use this notation when the expression AX plus BY is constant. In the previous case, product was constant, sum was minimum. In this case, the sum is constant, the product has to be maximized when AX by M is equal to BY by N. That means X plus BY is constant. So A, B, C are constant. A square, that means A by 2. AX by M means A by 2. And BY by N means B by 3 is equal to C by 4. Is equal to C by 4. Am I right? We can put those values in this expression. We'll get the answer. So I hope these two methods are clear. Okay. Now a special case we can consider, or we can have question number 16. This is again the extension of arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean. We can use a standard inequation, or we can understand by AM and GM also. We'll understand this question in a detailed manner. For three positive numbers ABC, three positive numbers हैं तो real होंगे ही होंगे. ABC, three positive numbers. 11a square plus 11 plus a bracket 1. दूसरा 3b square plus b plus 3 and 9c square plus c plus 9 divided by 19 times of ABC. 19 times of ABC cannot be. Am I right? Is that okay? Three positive numbers are there. Now nothing is given in terms of constant. What is constant? Summation of ABC or whatever it is. It's not mentioned in the question. Now how do I solve this question? We'll take one of the term 11a square plus a plus 11. 11a square plus a plus 11. I'll take 11 common. If I take 11 common from these two terms, I'll take 11 common. Well, these two terms I'll get a square plus 1 plus a outside. And if I take 11 common and a total outside, first of all I take a total outside, let's say. So that is 11a plus 1 plus 11 by a. If I take a common from this bracket, I'll get 11a plus 1 plus 11 by a. Is it okay? 11a plus 1 plus 11 by a, and take 11 from these two terms. So what will I get? 11 times of a plus 1 by a plus 1 by a. Am I right? Similarly, I can say, or if I want to calculate, I can calculate this value immediately. That is 23 greater than or equal to 23a. Greater than or equal to 23a. How it is calculated? We'll consider this specific term a plus 1 by a. Now a is a positive number. So if I use arithmetic mean is greater than or equal to geometric mean in this, what will I get? A plus 1 by a is greater than or equal to 2. How do I get this? Let's see. This is a plus 1 by a is divided by 2. Am is greater than or equal to square root of a plus 1 by a. So a plus 1 by a is greater than or equal to 2. This is the result which we are using in this question. So a plus 1 by a is greater than or equal to 2. That means if I put 2 here, 22 plus 1, 23a. So this expression is more than 23a. Similarly, this 3b square plus b plus 3 will be more than or equal to 7b. I take b common, I'll get 3b plus 1 plus 3 by b. I'll again take 3 common, so b plus 1 by b, which is greater than or equal to 2. So 3 into 2 is 6, plus this will contribute 1, which is 7. So this expression is more than or equal to 7. Similarly, I can say this third bracket is more than or equal to 19c. More than or equal to 19c. So this expression is more than or equal to 23a. This expression is more than or equal to 7b. This expression is more than or equal to 19c. I can put these expressions in this given equation. Fine. So this is 23a, 7b and 19c. So this expression must be greater than or equal to 23a into 7b into 19c divided by 19 times of a plus b plus c, which is given in the question. Am I right? So 23a into 7b into 19c divided by 19 times of a plus b plus c. Fine. If I solve this, ABC will get cancelled, 19 will get cancelled, which is more than or equal to 161. More than or equal to 161. So what I can conclude, the minimum value of this expression, why it is minimum value? Because the minimum value of each individual term we calculated. So overall minimum value of this expression will be 161. It cannot be less than 161 by any case or by any chance. So the minimum value is 161. It can take any value more than 161, but it cannot take any value which is less than 161. The question is asking where it cannot be. Cannot be मतलब क्या नहीं हो सकता out of the 4 answer choices. It can be 160, it can be 165, it can be 175 because it has to be more than 161. It can never be 155. Answer choice is A. Answer choice is A. Am I right? Fine. Now if we look at this, A is plus 1 by A is greater than or equal to 2. When it will be 2? If A and 1 by A, both of them are equal, A is 1. A is 1. If you put A1 in this equation, 1 upon 1 plus A is equal to 2. So I can directly put 1 in this equation. A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 1. So if I put 1, 1, 1 here, I'll get 11 plus 11 plus 1, which is 23. 3 plus 3 plus 1, which is 7. 9 plus 9 plus 1, which is 19. So 23 into 7 into 19 divided by 19, which is 161. So its expression, the minimum value of this expression is 161. So it cannot be 155 in any case. Fine. So answer choice is A, Ahmedabad. It cannot be 155. Fine. Let's move ahead to the next question. Or next part of the class. Modulus. Modulus is the second part of second segment of your handout. Let's understand the definition of modulus first of all. Then we'll move ahead. Let's say mod x is the representation of modulus x, or I write like this, modulus x. I read it modulus x. Definition के according, mod x is equal to x when x is greater than or equal to 0. Mod x is equal to x when x is greater than or equal to 0. And it is minus x when x is less than 0. That is, x is already negative. And minus of minus x will be positive. But what I need to understand, this is minus x when x is negative. So by definition, mod x is equal to x when x is greater than or equal to 0. And minus of x when x is negative. Fine. So what I sense is mod x is always magnitude. Minus 7 mod is 7 and 7 mod is 7. But here it is mentioned minus x. If you look at it closely, this is minus of negative x. That is always positive. So magnitude is always positive. That's why absolute value it is mentioned. There it is modulus. Fine. So basic properties, we'll go for basic properties of modulus. First property, mod x plus mod y is always less than equal to mod x plus mod y. Mod x plus y is always less than equal to mod x plus mod y. If we take 3 plus 2, so mod 3 plus mod 2 is 5 and 3 plus 2 is again 5. So 5 is equal to 5. If I take 3x, x is equal to 3 and y is equal to minus 2. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Mod of 3 is 3 and mod of minus 2 is 2. So right hand side will give us 5. Fine. Mod x plus mod y will be 5 and mod x plus y will be 1. So 1 is less than 5. So I can say mod x plus y is less than equal to mod x plus mod y. We can verify by taking values. Similarly, mod x minus y is greater than equal to mod x minus mod y. We can take again values, we can verify it. Mod x minus y is greater than equal to mod x minus mod y. Fine, this is second property. Third is mod of x into y. Mod of x into y is equal to mod x into mod y. Mod of x into y is equal to mod x into mod y. Fine. Fourth is mod x upon mod y. Mod x upon mod y is equal to x upon my whole mod. X upon my whole mod. That means if I divide magnitude of two numbers or absolute value of two numbers, and if I divide these two numbers and take absolute value, then answer will be same, subject to the condition y is not 0. Y is not 0. So these are the basic properties. Fine. Is that okay? Fine. Let's move ahead. How do I solve questions? One more property is there. Mod x is greater than x. That means magnitude of any term is more than the number itself. That means number is negative. Let's say minus 3. Mod of minus 3 is 3. Mod of minus 3 is 3. 3 is more than minus 3. 3 is more than. That is only possible when the term which I am considering is negative. The term which I am considering is negative. Fine. So let's move ahead. We'll go for a couple of questions from the handout. First of all, question number 9 we can start with. Question number 9. What question number 9 is saying, what is the maximum value of 17 minus mod of x minus 3? 17 minus mod of x minus 3. Now magnitude of any number is always greater than or equal to 0. Magnitude of any number is always greater than or equal to 0. That means mod of x minus 3 cannot be negative. It cannot be negative. So 17 minus, if I want to maximize the value, if I subtract anything from 17, the value will get reduced. So I'll consider x minus 3 ka minimum possible value. What is the minimum possible value which mod x minus 3 can take? 0. It cannot be negative. So minimum to minimum, it has to be either greater than or equal to 0. So if I take 0, answer will be 17. For x is equal to 3, this mod of x minus 3 will be 0. So answer will be 17. Is that okay? At what value of x? Now the question is not asking for the maximum or minimum value. It is asking at what value of x. The value of x, this expression is minimum. I want to maximize this, minimize this expression. If x plus 3 is, let's say, 100. So this expression will be bigger or smaller? It will be bigger. If I say x plus 3 is 1000, it will be even bigger. So if I want to minimize this x plus 3 mod minus 11, I have to keep this x plus 3 to the lowest possible value. To the lowest possible value. X plus 3 minimum कितना हो सकता है? 0. X plus 3 minimum कितना हो सकता है? 0. So if x plus 3 is 0, the minimum value of this expression is minus 11. X plus 3 is 0, the minimum value of this expression is minus 11. So if x plus 3 is 0, x is equal to minus 3. X is equal to minus 3. So for x is equal to minus 3, this expression will be minus 11, which is minimum. So for what value of x this is minimum? Minus 3. This is the answer for this question number 9. So explanation for first part, explanation for second part, answer choice C and B, which we have already discussed. Fine, I hope this is okay to everybody. Fine. Let's move to the next question. Okay. How many distinct values or distinct solution does the equation x square plus x minus 9 mod is equal to 0 or is equal to 9 can have? Now this is again a modulus question. It is involving equality, not inequality. This is equation of modulus, in fact. So with the definition of modulus, I don't know the sign of x minus 9 as of now. So we have to consider both the possibilities. First, x plus 9 is greater than or equal to 0. Mod x minus 9 is there. So I can say x minus 9 is greater than or equal to 0, first case. Whenever there is a greater than sign, I'll say greater than equal to 0. And whenever we consider less than sign, we'll not consider equal to. So x minus 9 is greater than or equal to 0 and x minus 9 is less than 0. So there are two cases. Case 1, x minus 9 is greater than or equal to 0. Fine. It has to be equal to 0. So if x minus 9 is greater than or equal to 0, it has to be greater than or equal to 0. Fine. So इस केस में x minus 9 is greater than or equal to 0. That means x square x minus 9 is equal to x minus 9. Mod of x minus 9 in fact is equal to x minus 9. So I can rewrite my equation as x square minus mod of x minus 9 is equal to 9 as x square plus x minus 9 is equal to 9. X square plus x minus 9 is equal to 9. Are you getting my point? If this is greater than or equal to 0, the mod term will be same, will be positive. Fine. So I'll write this, I'll solve it. X square minus, x square plus x minus 18 is equal to 0. Fine. So use the formula of finding out the root of a quadratic equation. Minus b, which is coefficient of x, plus minus under root b square, which is 1 square minus 4 into a into c. C is minus 18. So minus into 4 into 18 is minus 72. Minus is already there, so it will be plus 72. Fine. So 1 plus minus under root 1 plus 72 by 2. This is the value of x. This is the value of x. If I simplify it a little, but x is greater than 9. So if I simplify it, this is 72. Fine. 1 plus square root of 73. Square root of 72 is somewhere between, this is little less than 9. Let's say even if it is 9, 9 plus 1 is what? 10. 10 by 2 is 5. If it is 9, it is 9. This entire bracket is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10 by 2. But my answer has to be x that is more than 9. So whenever we calculate the value of x, we have to verify the value of x with the primary restriction. Primary restriction is x should be greater than or equal to 9. Here I am getting x is not even more than 6, forget about 9. So none of the values are acceptable. 1 minus 9 by 2 is negative, 1 plus 9 by 2 is positive but less than 9. But I wanted the value or the value of x which are acceptable has to be more than or equal to 9. More than or equal to 9. Is that okay? Fine. Let's move ahead. It has to be more than or equal to. Fine. Let's move ahead. Case 2. When x minus 9 is less than 9. When x minus 9 is less than 9. X minus 9 is less than 9. Fine. That means x minus 9 is less than 9. That means it is negative. So if I say this is minus of x minus 9. Minus of x minus 9. Mod x is equal to minus x. When x is less than 0. When x is less than 0. Am I right? So x is less than 0. So mod of x will be minus of x minus 9, which is 9 minus x. I hope this is making sense. Now in such case, I'll rewrite my equation. X square plus x minus 9 is equal to 9 as x square. This is 9 minus x is equal to 9. 9 will get cancelled. X square minus x is equal to 0. So there are two values of x, 0 and 1. If I take x common, this will be x into x minus 1. X can be 0, x can be 1. X can be 0, x can be 1. Fine. But I'm looking for x which is less than 9. Which is less than 9. With this I'll get x is equal to less than 9. And both the values of x are 0 and 1, which are less than 9. So that means the number of solutions for the equation are 2. X can take 0 or x can take 1. And this is generated in case 2 when x minus 9 is less than 0. Answer choice is A, Ahmedabad. Answer choice is A, Ahmedabad. I hope this is making sense. Okay. Fine. We could have directly understood this. X square plus mod of x minus 9 is 9. If it is 9, the right hand side has to be more than 9. If it is 9 or more than 9, right hand side has to be more than 9. So it cannot be 9 or more than 9. It has to be less than or, in fact, less than 9. So x minus 9 has to be less than 0. Fine. So it has to be negative, then only I can get right hand side to be 9. Fine. So this is something which we can do in terms of equation of modulus. Put all the terms of on all the terms of equation which are given in modulus is equal to 0 and make ranges. Always write greater than equal to and less than. Fine. Less than के साथ equal to नहीं आएगा, greater than के साथ equal to आएगा. And don't forget to verify your values with the primary condition. Here you verified x has to be more than 9 and we verified x has to be less than 9. So here the values are not acceptable, and in second case the values are acceptable because they are following my primary restriction, which was x less than 9. Agreed? Fine. So let's move ahead. Some inequations in modulus we have done in terms of equations. There can be inequations in modulus also. So standard results are there. If mod x is less than a, then x has to be between minus a and a. Let's say mod of x is less than 2. So x has to be more than minus 2. X has to be more than minus 2 and less than 2. X has to be more than minus 2 and less than 2. Then only I can get mod of x is less than 2. Let's say more than minus 2, I can take a number more than minus 2, let's say 1.5, minus 1.5, mod is 1.5. Mod is 1.5, perfectly alright. If I take less than 2, 1.5, mod is again 1.5. So for that matter, if x is less than, mod x is less than a, x has to be between minus a and a. Fine. Next part is, It is similar to the quadratic expression. When the less than sign is there, value will lie within the interval. When the greater than sign is there, value will lie outside the interval. That means smaller than the smaller value and greater than the greater value. So x has to be less than minus a and greater than a. These are the two standard equations which we have to understand. When m mod x is less than a, x is more than minus a and less than a. And when mod x is more than a, x is less than minus a and x is greater than a. I hope this is making sense. Fine. If mod x is greater than x, then this is the equation which we have already discussed. That means x is negative. Magnitude of any number is more than the number, not even equal to, it is more than the number has to be negative. The number has to be negative. These questions are somewhat similar to equations, but here we have to consider the range, not the values. An equation will get values, and an equation will get range of values. Okay, so how do I solve modulus inequations? We'll take few questions from the handout to understand this better. Fine. Question number 10 we can discuss. Find the range of all real values of x. Find the range of all real values of x if mod of x minus 5 is greater than 7, mod of x minus 5 is greater than 7. Now here what we have to do, put x minus 5 is equal to 0. I'll get two range, x is greater than equal to 5 and x is less than 5. X is greater than equal to 5, x is, similarly we have done in the equation also. Put modulus term is equal to 0. I'll get the value of x. One range is going to be greater than equal to, other range is going to be less than equal to. Is that okay? So if x minus 5 is greater than 7, this is given in the question. Fine. So I can say that x minus 5 is greater than sign, mod x minus 5 is greater than 7. So either x minus 5 has to be less than 7 or x minus 5 greater than 7. When mod x is greater than a, value will lie outside the interval. What does it mean? Less than the lower value and greater than the higher value. So x minus 5 is less than minus 7 and x minus 5 is greater than 7. So x minus 5 is less than minus 2. Fine. Take 5 to the right hand side, minus 5 to the right hand side, that will become 5. And similarly take minus 5 to the right hand side, that will become 5. So x is greater than 12 and x is less than minus 2. So we can take all the values starting from minus infinity to minus 2. X is less than minus 2, that means minus infinity to minus 2. Union we have to take both these cases, which is like x is greater than 12. So that means if x is greater than 12, simply x is greater than 12 to what? Positive infinity. Fine. So x is less than minus 2 and x is greater than 12. That means minus infinity to 2, union 12 to infinity. Is that okay? Fine. So when there are more than two mod signs, we can put every mod term is equal to 0. We can divide the range and verify your range with every answer choice. Let's move to the next question. Question number 11. Find the complete range of values of x for which x plus 3 is less than, mod of x plus 3 is less than 2x minus 5. Mod of x plus 3 is less than 2x minus 5. Fine. Now if you look at this, mod of x plus 3 is always, magnitude of any number is always the positive quantity. Am I right? Mod of any number is always the positive quantity. Now 2x minus 5 is greater than the positive quantity. What does it mean? I'll repeat it. Mod of x plus 3 is a positive quantity always, magnitude. And 2x minus 5 is more than the positive quantity. What does it mean? 2x minus 5 is greater than 0. 2x minus 5 is greater than a positive quantity. That means 2x minus 5 is greater than 0. 2x minus 5 is greater than 0. So I can take the range directly from here rather than making two different ranges. Fine. So if x is 2x minus 5 is greater than 0, I can simply say x is greater than 2.5. X is greater than 2.5. I'll repeat it. Mod of x plus 3 is a positive quantity, and this is more than the positive quantity. That means 2x minus 5 is greater than 0. So simply x is greater than 2.5. Am I right? Is that okay? So now when x is greater than 2.5, this mod of x plus 3 will be x plus 3 because it is positive. If you take any value which is more than 2.5, let's say 3, 3 plus 3 is 6 is a positive quantity. So x plus 3 is equal to 3. So I can rewrite my equation or in equation x plus 3 is less than 2x minus 5. X plus 3 is less than 2x minus 5. This expression is written like this because x plus 3 mod is equal to x plus 3 given that x is more than 5 by 2. So mod of x plus 3 is written x plus 3. So x plus 3 is less than 2x minus 5. Now we can solve this. X is greater than 8. X is greater than 8. So my answer will be, if it is greater than 8, that means it can take any value 8 onwards. 8 cannot be included. Answer is 8 to positive infinity. Answer is 8 to positive infinity. I hope this is okay. So answer is C, Calcutta. Answer is C, Calcutta. Fine. If you verify your answer with the answer choice, we have to understand this answer choice is subset of this answer choice. So if you directly go for this, this will obviously satisfy because this is satisfying. So be careful in such situation. Is that okay? Fine. Answer choice is C, Calcutta. Let's move to the next question. How many integral solutions are there for the inequation 7 mod x is less than equal to 6.3 of x? 6.3 of x. Fine. 7 is a positive quantity. Mod x is also positive quantity. Fine. So left hand side is positive. If right hand side is there, if x is negative, 7x cannot be less than 6.3 because right hand side can be either positive or negative. LHS is always positive. 7 mod x is positive. For any value of x, right hand side cannot be positive all the time. It can be either positive or negative. If x is positive, 7x will be more than 6.3x. 7x will be more than 6.3x. And if x is negative, still 7x will be more than minus 6.3x. Minus 6.3x. In either of the cases, 7 mod x is more than 6.3x. Can they be equal? They'll be equal only when x is 0. They'll be equal only when x is 0. Fine. 7 mod x will always be more than 6.3x, whether x is positive or negative. It can be equal only when x is 0. X is 0. So I can say my answer choice is B, Bombay. You can read the explanation. For all the values of x, 7 mod x is not less than 6.3x. For all the negative values of x also, 7 mod x is positive and 6.3x is negative. So x is equal to 0, 7 mod x is equal to 6.3x. The only solution possible for the given inequation is x is equal to 0. So the only integral solution is 0. Fine. Now the question is not asking what is the value of x. They are asking how many integral values. So don't have to mark answer 0. It's going to be wrong. The question is asking how many integral values. How many integral values? Answer choice is one integral value, which is 0. Answer choice is D, Delhi. Is that okay? Fine. Let's move ahead to the next question. Question number 14 of your handout. This will take some doing. Fine. We'll understand this thoroughly. Now, left hand side is saying mod of x minus 12 divided by x minus 15 is greater than equal to 3. Is greater than equal to 3. Now, if LHS is there and having mod and that is greater than equal to 3, we have understood if mod x is greater than a, if mod x is greater than a, that means x has to be less than minus a, or x has to be greater than a. We can easily understand this. If mod x is greater than a, then x has to be less than minus a or greater than a. So we have to make two cases. We have to make two cases. Now here we have to keep it in mind x cannot be 15, because if x is 15, LHS will not be defined. So whenever the x is including a value which is 15, we will not take that answer choice. Am I right? Fine. So the first scenario is x minus 12 divided by x minus 15 is less than or equal to 0. That's what we have discussed. Or greater than or equal to, less than or equal to minus 3, or greater than or equal to 3. Fine. Smaller than the smallest value and greater than the greater value. That means this expression is either less than minus 3 or greater than 3. There are two cases you have to consider. Fine. This is the inequation which we are using. So if I take the first case, this case I am talking about, this is the first case which we are taking right now. X minus 12 divided by x minus 15, I'll take minus 3 to left hand side, this will be plus 3, is less than or equal to 0. Perfect. Fine. We can take LCM. So x minus 12 plus 3x minus 45 divided by x minus 12, which is eventually 4x minus 57 divided by x minus 15. 4x minus 57 divided by x minus 15, which is less than or equal to 0. Agreed? So similarly, 4x minus 57 into x minus 15 is less than or equal to 0. 4x minus 57 into x minus 15 is less than or equal to 0. And x is not equal to 15. That's what we have to consider. X cannot be 15, otherwise the equation will not be defined. Now when there is a less than sign, how we can write this and this? I'll multiply numerator and denominator by x by minus 15. I'll multiply numerator and denominator by x minus 15. So denominator will be x minus 15 is square, which is positive. We can cross multiply this x minus 15 is square. So my answer will be 4x minus 57 into x minus 15, because denominator is having x minus 15 is square, which can be cross multiplied to 0. Okay, x is not 15. That's what we have to keep in mind. Is that okay? Less than or equal to 0. So when there is a less than sign in quadratic expression, the value will lie within the interval. So value will be less than or equal to 15, but we cannot take 15. So less than 15, because the bigger out of 2, x is equal to 57 by 4 and x is equal to 15. Which one is bigger? 15. And which one is smaller? 57 by 4. So x has to be within the interval. So x has to be more than 57 by 4 and less than 15. X has to be more than equal to, in fact, 57 by 4, but less than 15. 15 cannot be included. Such things we have to keep it in mind. They can be missed if we are not focusing on the question properly. Fine. So we have to understand x has to be less than 15, not less than equal to 15. Okay. Let's move ahead. Second part, x minus 12. This is the part. We are concerned now about this part. We'll be solving this part. X minus 12 divided by x minus 15. Minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. Minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. You'll solve it. Minus 12 minus 3x plus 45. Simplify it. You'll get 33 minus 2x divided by x minus 15. Am I right? Take minus common, so that will be 33 minus 2x. X is not equal to 15. If we take minus common, that will be less than sign. I can say if I write this is 2x minus 33 into x minus 15, 2x minus 33 into x minus 15, the sign will be less than. So I can use this, write this x minus 15 into 2x minus 33 is less than equal to 0. What I can say, x minus 15 into 2x minus 33 is less than equal to 0. Now again we have to keep it in mind, x cannot be equal to 15. X cannot be equal to 15. So with the less than equal to sign, the value will again lie within the interval. What is the bigger value out of the two? 33 by 2. And what is the smaller value out of the two? 15. What is the bigger value? 33 by 2. What is the smaller value? 15. So x will definitely lie within the interval. That means more than 15. More than 15. Why not more than or equal to? Because 15 cannot be the value of x. Fine. So x has to be more than 15, less than 33 by 2, less than equal to 33 by 2. Now both the cases are equally likely, or equal chances are there of both the cases to happen. So any value which will fall in either of the two ranges will be my answer. या तो इस रेंज से कोई वैल्यू ले सकते हैं हम, या इस रेंज से वैल्यू ले सकते हैं. बोथ द वैल्यूज विल सेटिस्फाई माई इनइक्वालिटी. सो माई आंसर विल बी 57/4 included to 15 union 15 to 33/2 included. Square bracket means included and small bracket means excluded. Excluded because it is not greater than equal to 15. It is not less than equal to 15. I hope this is making sense. Fine. So this is all about question number 14. I hope this is okay to everybody. Question 14 is done. Okay. Now if you want, you can take a look at it closely. We have done every part of it. Okay. Fine. Question number 14 is done. Let's move ahead. Question number 12 if you're handout. Now this question is, if you look at this question is having quadratic inequation both the sides, or quadratic equation both the quadratic expression in fact in LHS as well as RHS of inequation. X square plus x minus 6 is less than equal to x square minus 2x. X square minus 2x. Is that okay? Now if I look at this, LHS is not having a mod, so we cannot take square on both the sides. Otherwise, even if we want to take square on both the sides, this will be 4 order equation. It's a little difficult. So we'll try to make cases. Now mod term is x square minus 2x. This is the term which is having mod. So we have to understand this will be positive. If I factorize this will be x. This will be x into x minus 2. This expression will be x into x minus 2. Am I right? And if this is greater than 0, only when the value will be outside the interval. That means when x is less than 0 or x is greater than 2. X square minus 2x can be written as x into x minus 2. If I want to make it greater than 0, that is possible. When x into x minus 2 is greater than 0, that means value will lie outside the interval. That means smaller than the smaller value. That means x is less than 0 and x is greater than 2. Fine. And the other case is going to be when this value is negative, when the value is within the interval. X square minus 2x can be written as x into x minus 2. X into x minus 2. Fine. And this is less than 0. This is less than 0. That means x has to be between 0 and 2. X square minus 2x is less than 0. That means x has to be between 0 and 2. These are the two cases which you have to take. So let's understand. This is the given part. X square plus x plus 6 is less than equal to mod of x square minus 2x. So x square minus 2x, I'll put this equal to 0, x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 0. Fine. If x is less than 0 and greater than 2, that's what we discussed, outside the interval, then this expression will be positive. So I can say x square minus 2x is greater than 0. That means mod of x square minus 2x is x square minus 2x. X square minus 2x. This we have discussed verbally as well. Quadratic equation, when value is greater than 0, that means the value the range of x will lie outside the interval. So if this is the case, that means the value will lie outside the interval. Okay. Now my equation can be rewritten as, or in fact an equation can be rewritten as x square plus 6 minus 6 plus x minus 6 is less than equal to x square minus 2x. X square plus x minus 6 is less than equal to x square minus 2x. And if you solve it, you'll get 3x minus 6 is less than equal to 0. X is less than equal to minus 2. X is less than equal to 2. In fact, x is less than equal to 2. Now, my primary condition is this, and my answer in equation is this. Now, we have to consider I cannot take any value which is not following my primary restriction. What is my primary restriction? X is less than 0, x is greater than 2, and my answer is x is less than equal to 2. So if I take common values in these two parts, x is less than 0 and x is less than equal to 2, what is the answer? X is less than equal to 2. Fine. So I can write it. We can take any value from minus infinity to 2 except 0 and 2. Except 0 and 2. Fine. So minus infinity to 2 included or including a range from 0 to 2. Including 0 to 2. So I can directly say that this answer choice will be as good as as good as x is less than equal to 0. X is less than equal to 0. Can we take 2? Can we take 2? Yes, we can take 2. Because here 2 is included and here 2 is also included. So we cannot exclude 2. So that's why we are writing like this. X minus infinity to 2. 2 is included minus 0 से 2 का जो भी range है that is excluded because I have to include 2. I have to include 2. I hope this is making sense. 2 is included. Okay. Let's take the next part. Now if x is between 0 and 2, or if I say x square minus 2x can be written as x into x minus 2 less than 0. If I want to make this less than 0, this is only possible when x is between the range of 0 and 2 or x is within the interval which is 0 and 2. Fine. So in this case x square minus 2x mod will be minus of x square minus 2x. X square minus 2x mod will be equal to minus of x square minus 2x, because if mod of x is negative, say mod of x is minus x when x is negative. Fine. So I can write my inequation like this. X square plus x minus 6 is less than equal to minus of x square minus 2x. I hope this is clear to everybody. Fine. Look at this expression one more time. This will be negative. So this is x square plus x minus 6 is less than equal to minus of x square minus 2x. Minus of x square minus 2x. Is that okay? Now solve it. 2x square minus x minus 6 is less than equal to 0. 2x square minus x minus 6 is less than equal to 0. Is that okay? Fine. Perfect. कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं. Now if you factorize it, 2x plus 3 into x minus 2 is less than 0, and whenever there is a less than sign in a quadratic equation, value will lie within the interval. That means x will be more than or equal to minus 3 by 2 and less than 2 or less than equal to 2. Now again we have to take common solution for both the conditions. This is my primary condition, x is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 2, and x is greater than minus 3 by 2 and less than equal to 2. If I take common solution, so answer has to be greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 2. Greater than equal to 0, less than equal to 2. 0 and 2 both are included. 0 and 2 both are included. Now we have to take union of both the solutions. Any one of the two ranges will satisfy the inequality. So both the ranges are equally correct. So we have to take union. We cannot take common, we have to take union. This is also true, this is also true. If you take any value from this range, this will satisfy this inequation. If you take any value from this range, this will again satisfy this inequation. So we have to take union. So what is the union? This says minus infinity to 2 and excluding 0 to 2. This said including 0 to 2. So my answer choice will be minus infinity to 2 in all. Minus infinity to 2 including 2. Answer choice is A. Here the value which were excluded is 0 to 2. Here the values which are included is 0 to 2. So if I take union, all the values from minus infinity to 2 will be included, excluding minus infinity for obvious reasons. So answer choice will be not A, I'm sorry, it's B. It's B. Answer choice is B. B Bombay. Is that okay? I hope this is making sense to everybody. So again, we'll quickly recap it. What we have done. There is a mod part. It can be positive, it can be negative. When it will be positive? It will be positive when x is less than 0 and x less than equal to 0, x is greater than equal to 2. We'll solve it, take intersection of both the ranges, and we'll get the answer like this. And this will be negative when x is between 0 and 2, including both. We'll solve it, again we'll get the value of, or the range of value of x. Now we'll take union of both the values or both the ranges, because this range as well as this range both are true. So answer choice is minus infinity to 2. Answer is B, Bombay. Now let's move to the next question. This is the different question. It is not from your handout. The question is, if P minus 10 mod plus Q plus 20 mod plus R plus 30 mod plus S minus 40 mod is equal to 40, how many integral values of mod of P plus Q plus R plus S can take, or how many integral values mod of P plus Q plus R plus S can take, given that P, Q, R and S are real numbers. Given that P, Q, R and S are real numbers. Now if you observe this expression correctly, when we discussed properties of mod, we discussed one thing. Mod of X plus Y, mod of X plus Y is less than equal to mod of X plus mod of Y. Mod of X plus Y is less than equal to mod of X plus mod of Y. Am I right? So if I write it like this, P minus 10 mod plus Q plus 20 mod plus R plus 30 mod plus S minus 40 mod should be greater than equal to summation of all the terms. Summation of all the terms. Am I right? So that is greater than equal to P minus 10 plus Q plus 20 plus R plus 30 minus S plus 40. Minus S plus 40. I hope this is okay. Mod of P plus mod of Q will be greater than equal to mod of P plus Q. That's what I'm using here. So mod of P minus 10 and so on is greater than equal to summation of P minus 10, Q plus 20, R plus 30 and S minus 40. This will give us, now this is, I know this is 40 given in the question. This is given 40 in the question, am I right? This is 40. So this is 40. And the summation of these minus 10 plus 20, 30 and 40 is equal to what? 0. 40 minus 10 minus is 50 minus, and 30 plus 20, 50 plus. So that is P plus Q plus R plus S. That means P plus Q plus R plus S has to be definitely less than equal to 40. Definitely less than equal to 40. Am I right? Because of this, I can say mod of P plus Q plus R plus S has to be definitely less than equal to 40, because this is 40 given in the question. And the summation of these values is P plus Q plus R plus S. And with this inequation, I can say mod of P plus Q plus R plus S is definitely less than equal to 40. Am I right? Now, if I move ahead, I know that mod of P plus Q plus R plus S is definitely less than, definitely greater than equal to 0. This is mod, and this is definitely greater than equal to 0. Am I right? This is definitely greater than equal to 0. P plus Q plus R plus S is definitely greater than equal to 0 because it is magnitude. So with these two results, if I combine these two results, what will I get? I'll get mod of P plus Q plus R plus S is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 40, is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 40. Am I right? So from 0 to 40, how many integers are there? From 0 to 40, how many integers are there? 41. How many integers? 41. So P plus Q plus R plus S mod can take 41 values starting from 0 to 41. Starting from 0 to 41. Is that okay? Thank you so much.